Well, hey, babe. What is up, everybody? Happy Sunday, honey. Happy Sunday. How is everybody? Let me know down in the chat how y'all feeling, honey. Dear, what is going on? What's up? What's up? We got to talk about Ready to Love, honey. We got to talk about the reunion part one then came on, child. Girl, what y'all thought about this reunion? Oh, my God. Let me see who over here in the chat, honey. Let me get this mouse to working. Uh-oh. Let me see what y'all over here talking about. Can you guys hear me? All clear? It's all good. What's up, Sam? What's going on, honey? Thanks for being over here in the chat. As always, we appreciate you. This whole season was trash. Sorry, but I grew to like Sabrina. I think OLFP should do an interview with her. Okay. The only thing I disagree on is the colorist implication Sabrina was making about the Brown Girl Squad. Ooh, although I am not a fan of Zodia, when she explained how the group happened, I didn't see a problem with it. Okay. Love Carrie and Tyrone conversation. His apology and explanation redeemed him. Love Carrie, so level-headed and pretty. Okay, honey. What's up, everybody over here in the chat? What's going on? I see all of you guys over here. What's up? All right, y'all. So we are about to go ahead and get started and talk about this episode of Ready to Love. First things first, Nephew Tommy was not able to be present. And remember, we was all wondering, why was Nephew Tommy not there? And we learned that he ended up catching C-19, which is the reason why he did not show up. Okay, so we ended up getting another host. She's from that particular area, the DMV area, and her name is Tanika Ray. Okay, Miss Tanika Ray came in. She did the best that she could with these hooligans. Okay, so there's that. What else we got? When it came down to the cast, they showed us the cast. Let's go ahead and get some out the way. Okay, let's go ahead and get some out the way. Shiloh decided that she wasn't going to show up. Again, Shiloh decided that she was not going to show up. Shiloh, what was the reason? What was the reason? Because you knew your main part of the storyline was going to be about the situation that happened between you and Phil. And they also said somebody else was there. So I still hope that even though Shiloh did not show up, that they're going to still speak to that situation. I want him to rehash it. And I think they said Courtney was also present. So I want Courtney to also speak on that too. Okay. So there's that. Another thing that's coming to my mind about people, not being there and stuff. I'm thinking about Ticia. Right. Bondi made a comment under a post or something on IG. Ticia decided she was going to get in the comments to say something about how Bondi don't know anything about contractual agreements or whatever. Ma'am, not who's there. You come to the front. Come to the front, Ticia, dear. Whatever you talk about as far as a contractual obligation, ma'am, I hear you, but this ain't a reoccurring show for you. This is a one-off, okay? You're not going to be returning next season. So what was they going to be holding up? Was it going to be a check that they were going to be preventing you from getting? Is that what it was? Because if you ask me, your mom is a priority. Okay. So you could have skipped out on this reunion the same way Miss Shiloh skipped to her Lou on the yellow brick road. Okay. So she decided to not show up. So therefore you could have as well. And I feel like your reasoning probably was a better reasoning. Let me say that than what Miss Shiloh probably gave to the people. So you could have not shown up. See, you came because you wanted to come. And I don't know if once you were eliminated, you stopped watching the show. So you didn't know what they were going to talk about. I'm sure you continue to watch the show. So if you saw how the show played out, how did you assume these ladies was going to have some back and forth, even a little bit? Did you see the seasons prior where there was a bit of back and forth? The iconic moment was when Tandy asked Reva or whatever her name is. What was the lady? Was it Reva, y'all? I can't even remember the lady name. But when Tandy asked the lady name, how my cootie twat taste? Okay, so that was a very iconic moment in Ready to Love history, ma'am. They always have a little banter back and forth. So for you to come on here and then feel away because you did not have much to offer to the season and then want to turn around and say this is ghetto and want to walk to the back, y'all should have let her walk to her flight. Like, go ahead and gather your things, ma'am. The ride is outside and we're going to go ahead and drop you off at the airport so you can go ahead and go because you didn't give us a whole lot this season anyway. No, it wasn't not a whole lot. Okay. Ma'am, matter of fact, let's go ahead and let's expedite her conversation with Tanika. Let's expedite it so we can get her out of here, since she thinks that this is ghetto. Because if it was ghetto when you was on the show, it was ghetto before you came to the show. Hello? Yes, ma'am. Okay, so y'all go ahead and package her things up real quick. We have plastic bags in the back. Yes, ma'am. Okay. And you could go ahead and you could catch your flight out, dear heart. All right. So I didn't understand that energy she was bringing. It was like, girl, you didn't have to show up, ma'am. You didn't have to come. Talk about a contractual obligation. You didn't have to show up, ma'am. There's so many people that skipped out on the reunions in the past, girl. All right. Joy's sister passed away, God rest her soul, but she still showed up to the reunion. She didn't have to. That was a choice that she decided to take on. I believe if Joy would have said that she didn't want to come, they would have been okay with that as well. They would have understood. So if your mom is in the hospital with Miss C19, they would have understood. So this was a choice you chose to make. Did you not see the previous reunions? Okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about the best dressed men and the best dressed women. It wasn't none. When nobody at the reunion best dressed, when nobody hair on right. It wasn't, I ain't seen not damn piece of man. Carrington, what were you giving? What were you giving? If you realize after the show that you was on the wrong show, then say that. Because the blonde with the black beard, that's not what, it's not giving hetero. But again, you know, y'all do what y'all want to do with y'all hair, girl. It just wasn't working for me. Okay. There was nobody at the reunion that was best dressed. Not damn man nor woman looked good. And I need the makeup artist fired today. I do not need her to return. What is this bronze? Zodia, come to the front. Come to the front. Was you the one that did everybody makeup? What they makeup was given at the reunion, what you was given all season. Well, we just trying to figure out what it was. You don't have to get an attitude, ma'am. We just trying to figure out what's going on, because we didn't know if you was trying to go from the brown girl squad and to make it everybody the bronze girl squad. Okay, that's just what we're asking. We just want to know. Okay, so if it wasn't you, then that's all you had to say. Okay. All right then. Well, thank you. We appreciate you for your time. Let me tell y'all, I don't like Zodia. I don't want to see this woman on my screen ever again. Okay. The energy she was giving, hated it. This ugly ass smile she kept on her face the whole time. Trying to act like she wasn't bothered, ma'am. You were a whole lot of bothered. Okay. You tried to keep this smile on your face to be fake. Okay. To act like you weren't bothered, but we saw the energy, ma'am. You were bothered as hell. Okay. Girl, between Camille faces and this glass smile, both of y'all, we're going to go ahead. Brown squad out. Okay. Brown squad out. Yes. Go ahead and go. Plastic bags are in the back. You can go. Like, girl, I hated it. I hated it. Hated it. Hated it. Hated it. Hated it, but let's go ahead and keep going. Let's go ahead and keep going. As you guys come into the video, please be sure to hit the like button, okay? But yeah, y'all don't need to fight. That makeup artist does not need to come back, okay? It's something, and I don't know if it was really giving makeup when I saw Aisha. But what, like the tone, it was the neck tone. I said, bro, what are we doing in this area? What are we doing here? Who are you? Who did the makeup? Who did it up in this? Like, what are you doing here? Okay. And then the lighting also didn't help. I think a lot of times, like, people, when they get their makeup done, like, they don't be understanding. And I'm sure I've done this, you know what I'm saying, too. But like, girl, the lighting is going to hit different when you go out there. Okay, girl, that's why you might need to get you a ring light, one of them other makeup lights, make it bright, girl, so you can just see what's really going on up in here. Girl, it was not fitting. It was not fitting. And then this is what made the wig on Aisha's head look the worst, because your head is blonde as hell with this bang that's separated. Then you turn around and you got this bronzer on too. Girl, now I feel like Camille's hair wasn't as bad, right? It seemed like Camille actually had leave out. Okay, Zodia had a clean wig on. Okay, y'all know how Zodia gonna have her wig on, girl. Did y'all see how Zodia and Naeem Slick tried to match? I said, baby, cut it out. Cut it out. And I was so feeling Sydney at the end. When Sydney said, can one of y'all just check him? I said, please, feel somebody. I feel like if nephew Tommy was there, Naeem would have got checked. Just a little bit, okay? But let's keep going. All right, so there's that. Like, nobody was giving at the reunion. Everybody looked a plum mess. A plum mess. I said every single one of y'all. That's what I said. Now, if I watch it on next week and I see something else that may look a little cute, then I'll mention it. But nobody at this reunion gave, just like the damn season didn't give. What was it? No, not giving. Thank you. Let's keep going. So we have the first person they discussed is Sean. So Sean says that he felt like it was a pressure to find someone where there wasn't. I guess it was a pressure for him to find someone there when there wasn't, but I also feel like maybe he was feeling pressured because he knew it was an elimination process connected to it. So he could be eliminated at any time. Like, I don't know. He says that he didn't want to fake a relationship to make it to the end. I respected that. I respected that all day long when he said that. I'm like, I'm with you on that. I know, I understand the hallelujah at this point, because I do feel like people faked things to make it to the end, and probably even faked it all the way to the reunion. I feel like Newman was about to fake it, right? Until Frank told her, like, be honest, you know? And I'm like, yes, please be honest, girl, because we want the real. We don't want the fake. So there's that. He said he didn't want to waste anyone's time. I respect that too. And Sabrina also apologized to Sean. She kind of gave him a slight apology at the event, right? But I'm sorry, at the Friends Day, but she wanted to give him another apology because it was a lot that he had to go through. Shout out to Feel Good. Thank you so much for the super chat. Come to the front, ma'am, because you're closing today. Not closing today. Thank you for the super chat. He didn't make any sense. That suit color was giving minty. Who that? Which one you talking about? What's his name? Sean? That's what we talking about, Sean. But yeah, so Sabrina apologized. Like I said, you know, she wanted to give him a more sincere apology or whatnot. So he accepted it, and all is well. I do feel like the people that didn't have a whole lot to offer to storylines should have been the people to go first. Right. So there's that, but we're gonna see. Let's keep going. So then Sydney and Phil. Okay, so they show us their journey. They did their walkthrough journey and how, you know, they came to be and stuff like that, which was interesting. I'm surprised they had as much footage as they did have, because I was like, girl, we ain't see a whole lot of connecting between them. So now y'all want to show, I guess, girl, I mean, y'all made it look so cute in this little package. But anyway, Sydney says that she's always been attracted to a calm and collective type of guy. Shout out to everybody over here on TikTok. Feel free to join in on the conversation over here on YouTube. The link is indeed in my bio. But yeah, so Sydney says that she's attracted to like a calm and collective type of guy. So when she first got there, she starts, all the guys run up to her, wanting to talk to her, wanting to get to know her. But Phil was the guy that played the background. She was just like, wait a minute, what's up with him? I want to know what's going on with Mr. Man back there. So they ended up getting to know each other. And then here we are. Phil says that he was attracted to her more because of their conversation. I think he perceived her to be a certain way because she does lead with this influencer type of aesthetic, type of look or whatever like that, right? Party girl, all of that stuff. But when he ended up actually sitting down and being able to talk to her, that's when he learned, like, yo, I like her conversation. Like she's more than just her looks and stuff. So okay, I like her. Cool. So Sydney speaks on how she and Frank are besties and that they will always be besties. I said, girl, stop calling this man your bestie. That's one of your acquaintances. That's one of your homies. Okay, somebody that probably let you in his spot for free and get a few drinks for free, girl. Stop saying this man is your bestie, because this man is not your bestie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe that. But anyway, Sydney and Phil are now dating exclusively. I'm not necessarily mad at it. What Sydney type don't gotta be my type. You feel what I'm saying? But it's her type, and that's all that matters. So I'm like, okay, cool. If y'all want to do it, girl. So I guess I'm somewhat happy for them. They probably got like a real connection, even though we didn't get a chance to see a whole lot of it, right? I feel like it probably would be Phil and her, and not maybe, but Aisha and Dante. That's about it. Everything else is fake, girl. It's all fake. Me too. I almost said the same thing as Sydney. The other man needed to check Naeem with his simp soapbox plea for Zodia's attention. That's what I'm saying. And you probably still ain't with Zodia now. Yikes. Help us. Let's keep going, honey. Let's talk about Camille and Cornelius. Girl, let's take a long pause. Y'all, it's snowing here. I'm over here looking out my window now, girl. I'm like, you could stop at any moment, honey. You do not have to snow this long. Girl, I think I saw it snowing about 10 o'clock or something like that. I said, oh, this is cute. And then, girl, it's been like over an hour, girl. She's still over here snowing. I said, you could slow down at any, but then she's snowing a little harder, girl. Listen, I am not trying to be like Texas. Hear me. Hear me, okay? Girl didn't pack that much food in the house. Listen, I only did enough for about 3 days, girl. Okay? So I'm trying to slide back out the house at least Wednesday. Like, I'm fine with being in the house for the moment, honey. Okay, but girl, at any moment, I think the sun's supposed to come out on Sunday though. I'm sorry, not Sunday, but Tuesday. So we'll see. But this is cute, but not that damn cute. Okay, girl, I can't even see my back area no more. Ooh, child, you know what, girl? Let's go ahead and talk about Camille and them, honey. I know I'm talking about these folks. Anyway, so Camille does the most. You want to do face? Okay, she does the most and then tries to disguise it as theatrics and acting. No, ma'am, that's how you are. That's who you are. Now, I don't know if that's the act that you put on to hide from some other stuff that you got going on, but ma'am, it's you do it too much. Okay, I feel like you do it too much. Like that's the stuff I used to do when I was in college. I always had a facial expression for everything. Okay, ma'am, you're far beyond college at this point. You have quite a bit of student loans, I'm sure. So just slow down a little bit. And if you tell me I already told you, you gonna calm down with them faces. Okay, he's already told you that. So cool it down. Okay. What else we got? So they show us unseen footage of Camille and Dante, and she over here talking about how she got Olivia and Shay Shay and all of this. I guess Olivia is the one that turn up or something like that. Or Olivia is the emotional one, whereas Shay Shay be dramatic. And I just be like, man, cut it out. Why did and who started this thing of making it a thing to have all these alternative personalities? Like, I feel like some people in real life really do have alternative personalities. Like, they probably really do have mental stuff, right? And then she coming up here with the theatrics and acting and playing, and I don't have time. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Sweet Jasmine. I appreciate you. Thank you. It's giving too much. It's giving you really not Cornelius's type. I don't give a damn how much he makes you think it. I don't see y'all going further down the line to even being married. Girl, when the lady mentioned moving in, his face scrunched up so much. And then her face scrunched up too. I said, yeah, because y'all not finna move in. Okay, y'all over here trying to goop the people. I don't believe it. Okay, I think y'all probably best friends or either gonna be that. But as far as a real relationship, girl, calm down. I don't see it for real. Camille and Cornelius are presenting themselves as a couple, and Cornelius seems to enjoy her and her many personalities very much. When they started talking about the personalities, he was over there just chuckling, thinking that it's so funny. I'm like, you know what? Let me say this in their defense. Cornelius probably knows a lot about Camille that we obviously don't know. So he probably sees her on a deeper surface than we will ever see her. And maybe that's why he connects with her so much, because behind all of the facial expressions, behind the theatrics, and I'm doing the most, there may be some other type of connection that we don't know about, right? But how it was presented to us on TV, she did come off as possessive. She did come off as this is mine. I mean, the very first day, within the first hour of meeting this man, it was, this is my boyfriend. And like what I could not stand about Camille in this reunion, the things that were presented to us on television and the things that she obviously gave to the cameras for them to use during her filming, she denied a lot of it. I'm not possessive. No, I won't own that. No, I did not say that. Like, I would not want to be a friend with anybody like that. That you would sit up here and actually deny things that we have blatantly witnessed on camera. I would not want to be in a relationship with nobody like that. Not only do you have these extra facial expressions that you're giving to the people, you're over here denying stuff. So I just not giving for me, but I ain't trying to date her. So she says that she's a very sarcastic person and a lot of people don't get it. No, they don't. They don't, and I don't know if I want to. Sabrina says that she doesn't care about what they do because it's their business. Because the question was asked to Sabrina, like, yo, what are your thoughts about this situation? It seems like Tanika asked more than one person, but for some reason they wanted to highlight what Sabrina said. Okay, I wanted somebody else that would have had more of an opinion about it. Hey, Aisha, how are you? Okay, I wanted somebody that was going to actually give me something instead of hearing Sabrina say, which Sabrina was right, and I wasn't mad at her for this, right? She was like, girl, what they do, what they eat don't make me pretty much, girl. If they ain't over here buying some toilet tissue for this house, some paper towels, some Lunchables, or some Capri Suns or something for my daughter, girl, I don't give a about what these people doing, girl. I got a whole mortgage that I got to sit up here and pay, honey. When I'm done with this show, girl, I got to figure out how I'm going to get my money up so I can take care of this car note and the other stuff I got to take care of. Girl, I got my parents to be worried about. Girl, I don't have time to be worried about what the hell going on over here with Cornelius and Camille. That is not my ministry, honey. So I understood Sabrina and where she was coming from with that, but I did want to hear from somebody that really felt the way about it. But we kind of did get that later on, though. But I feel like it took Aisha to bring it up, right? So shout out to her. Aisha brings up Camille being aggressive and how she did not address how she's come off to other women. So it was kind of like Camille came to the ladies like it was like threatening in a little bit, like, and very possessive. Like, he's already mine. He's my boyfriend. It wasn't like, oh, okay, cool. You know, get to know him, see how it goes. You know, like. And for her to deny that when she know that's the energy that she gave, it wasn't adding up for me. And then you sit up here talking about you was engaged all these multiple times and stuff. I don't know, because so if you've been engaged all these multiple times, I would have just expected you to be a woman that's unbothered. But when it came to Cornelius, and maybe the competition was really thick and you felt it, that when it came to him, you made sure to put your stamp on him. And I just didn't like that. And I can't 100% fault Camille for it. Some part of me has to fault him for it as well, because he allowed it, right? He allowed it and didn't want to sit up there and lie and say, I mean, just as much as she was pursuing me, you know, I was pursuing her too. Well, sir, it didn't come off like that. We didn't see that. We didn't see that, sir. Sir. We did not see that. And then you want to sit up here and talk about Courtney doing the most because she was rubbing on your thigh? That don't make no sense right now. Courtney was doing too much because she was rubbing on your thigh, but Camille can go around and tell everybody that you her man and she'll be that ass or whatever like that. Whoop, whoop. And you was pursuing her and that was okay? And then you want to sit up here talking about the Lord and stuff and how you ask for guidance and all this and that and what your faith like and all this other stuff. That wasn't God-like behavior. Camille didn't give us God-like behavior. So you must know something more about this lady than what we know, because she wasn't, that's not what God said. He didn't say that. What was she doing? You're not supposed to own another person. Y'all can make it make sense in the comments, because it's still not adding up for me, okay? Cornelius, you bogus, okay? You, Camille, the relationship it's giving bogus, okay? Period. Bogus AF, okay? What else we got? So Aisha brings up Camille being like aggressive with the ladies and how she came off. And here go Camille talk about something, keep it classy, keep it classy. I'm like, girl, cut it out. Like, you've been keeping it classy this whole time you've been on this show. Now you want to get to the reunion and you being called out for your antics. You want to sit up here and talk about some keep it classy. Girl, sit back. Sit back. Let's keep going, people. Let's keep going. Let's talk about Tyrone and Carrie, okay? Carrie finally got like the apology that she deserved, okay? Shiloh's ass, as we said, did not show up to the reunion, okay? And I still want to know what her issue was, and I feel like her issue was the fact that she didn't want to address all of the stuff that happened with her and Phil, and it's giving sore loser for me. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's giving, sore loser for me. Thank you so much, Pamela, for the super chat. My aunt is a mental health therapist. She said both Camille and Cornelius are not dealing with reality. Their relationship presents like a psychopathic couple committing crimes. Ooh, interesting. I definitely agree with them not dealing with reality. And I feel like he goes along. Like, I don't know if he goes along to get along, but it's like he just goes along. Like I see why Camille may like him, because to me, Cornelius comes off as a man that does not have a backbone. You know, like, that's just how I mean, and that may not be what it is, but that's how it's presented. And that's what it looks like. Like, he don't have a backbone. He just goes along with whatever. Then you sat up here and tried to make Courtney seem like she was such a bad person for rubbing on your thigh. But then you also told her she could do it. But every time she tells you, you know, she leads with like the sexual stuff or whatever. Now, granted, I understand if she was doing too much, but you made it seem like it was just a whole lot of. Okay. Whereas, and I don't even remember him like really checking Courtney and telling her like, hey, can we chill on this or chill on that? So you never speak up for yourself. So that's probably why you get the relationships that you get. But anyway, but when it comes to Camille, she could be out here threatening people, doing whatever it is that she wants to do. But then you feel as though like when you talk to God and whatever else, and you looked at her quote unquote values or whatever, you felt like this was the best situation for you. Okay. Anyway, I guess so let's talk about Tyrone and Carrie. So Tyrone says that he was more interested in another woman than he was interested in Carrie, and he acknowledges how he handled that conversation and he did not use the best wording. And I'm glad that he did, okay? Because Tyrone, we was looking at you sideways, honey. We know you got mama issues, the way that you called your mama out for being a thought or whatever it is that you said about your mom, right? And then for you to come in, bitch. Listen, y'all, it's raining. I mean, it's snowing even harder. I feel away. Girl, ain't nobody trying to deal with this shit. Girl, I can't even see the sky. Anyway, y'all, I'm sorry, girl. I just had, girl, let me close these blinds. Because, baby, listen, I can't take it. I can't take it. Anyway, let me keep going. But I'm glad that Tyrone ended up, admitting and recognizing that, what he said was wrong and everything and how he handled that. Because of the way he talked about his mom, we was thinking that you had some real women issues because of your issue that you got with your mama, the way that you would come on national TV and call your mama a thought, okay, or whatever you would say about her. Yeah, we was giving you the side eye. But I feel like Tyrone may not be as bad as we may think, IDK, but I appreciate the fact that he recognized his wrong and he pretty much gave her an apology and said what it is he should have said, which was, hey, I think I'm more interested in somebody else. Like, although I like you, I think that I have a stronger connection over here. And, I think that I'm going to pursue this over there. And that's fine. Like, just say that. Just say that. You ain't got to, just say that, baby. But anyway, so then Carrie understood. And she feels like, shocking, I wasn't expecting Carrie to say this, but she said that she feels like he let her down the best way he knew how in that moment. And I'm like, what you mean he let you down the best way he knew in that moment? Like, regardless of the moment, he still should have knew how to let you down. This man painted you as being aggressive, okay? Knowing the entire time he was interested in somebody else. So that's all that he could have said. Like, we're in a process. This ain't somebody like that you, like, I don't understand that part. Like, you're not obligated to her. So there's nothing wrong with keeping it honest in a process that she too is also a part of. Like, hey, I'm kind of connecting with somebody more. This is a process. Like, I just feel like it doesn't matter the moment. He should have just knew how to better apologize to her. You know what I'm saying? So she fine with it. All in all, he made up for it. So, okay. Tyrone was asked about why he was so sure that Shiloh was his wife. And that's why we was looking at you sideways again, because you was up here talking about this lady could be your wife. But he was saying that's not really what it was. I was just placing the ladies in categories. Like, Newman could have been this to me. Such and such could have been this to me. But when it comes to, like, Shiloh, she could be like my wife. So I guess he was trying to put them on certain levels, and that's what made Shiloh his top, because he could see her like down the road, I guess, being a wife or whatever like that. But either way, he said the guys understood, so that's all that matters. So all right then, honey, let's get back to Cornelius, child. So they speak on the few sit downs that he had with the other ladies, because there were other sit downs supposedly. But this is the interesting part. It was other sit downs, but in one of those sit downs, he sat down and told Zodia that he was interested in her. But you said that you was pursuing Camille. But you was interested in Zodia. But you also said that Camille was, in so many words, a cop blocker. Okay? A player blocker. She was getting in the way of you getting to know other ladies. But you still sat up there and said that you was pursuing her. So who was pursuing who when you got this when you got that necklace? Who was pursuing who when you got eliminated from the process? And then she said, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna self-eliminate, and your face said, what? Huh? Yes, how many milk ain't clean is you? So he says he and Camille worked through the issues as far as him having to sit down with other ladies. They worked through that by having conversations with each other, right? So Cornelius says that I already told y'all, as much as she was pursuing him, he was pursuing her. Okay, so he also says it doesn't take him long to know what he wants. it doesn't take you long to know what it is that you want, but does it take you long to go after what it is that you want? Because I'm still stuck on you telling Zodia that you was interested in her. And you was also interested in Courtney, but you felt like she was putting her hands on your knees too much. I don't know what kind of sensations it was sending up your spine, but obviously it was sending sensations that let you know that you was interested in her. Okay, Cornelius, you got it, baby. Courtney speaks on her experience with getting to know Cornelius, with Camille being in the way. She says that she enjoys going after a guy, but Camille didn't really bother her for real, because, you know, she wasn't her focal point. Like, I'm not in competition with her. I'm in competition with myself. I ain't impressed by this lady. Okay. Courtney says Camille was definitely aggressive in her approach. You go, Camille, aggressive? Didn't we talk about that word? We talked about that aggressive word. Yeah, we did, because that's what you were giving. That's what you were giving, aggressive, Camille. Camille didn't like the word aggressive, but that's how you came off. Tanika asked the ladies if they've changed their mind on whether or not Cornelius is ready to love. And Aisha speaks up and says, you know, in no way, what she said in so many words, because her thing, she says the issue wasn't really about them being ready to love. She said that it was more so about the process. And she feels like Cornelius did not get a chance to fully explore the process because of how Camille kept him right up under her pits, right? So that was more so her issue. So in so many words, she was saying, no, my thoughts don't change. When it comes to Cornelius, my thoughts don't change. He's still not ready to love or anything, because he did not put his DICK on the table with his balls so that he could let her know, like, listen, this is a process, as most men do when they feel like a woman is giving them a little too much. They let them know, like, hey, this is still a process. Like Frank had to do it with Newman. Like, I'm still going to enjoy the process. I'm still going to get out here and get to know other women. I'm going to get to know other ladies, whatever, et cetera, right? And that's something that he did not necessarily do. He just went along to get along. And for me, I feel like at some point throughout the show, he was getting along with Camille and going along with this theory so that they could make it to the end. So when Sean was talking about people faking situations just to make it to the end, I feel like he was talking about Camille and he was talking about Cornelius. They were doing a lot to make it to the end. And then they get over here to the reunion and that's still what they're giving. But I guess, child, you know, they done put out their little photos and stuff, trying to convince the people that they still together. So, you know, time will only tell for me, honey. But good luck. Okay. What else we got? Aisha speaks up. No, we talked about that. So then Aisha also opens up about Camille's aggressiveness and her threats towards the ladies. Sabrina says that she feel like Cornelius was being pressured into the situation. If not pressured into the situation, he just went along with the situation. He just went along with it. Okay. Camille brings up her texting Aisha. So if she felt some type of way, then let's address it. Right. This is what, like Aisha, did I not text you? So if we were having an issue, like we could talk about it or whatever. So the whole time they talk and they keep putting the camera on Zodia. And I really want them to stop, because she was giving this stupid ass smile on her face the whole time. And I think that she gave this smile to show that, hey, I'm unbothered. But you actually look foolish, okay? You actually gave fakeness is what you gave to us. And I just wasn't featuring this fake ass smile that she had on her face. But anyway, girl, Sabrina brings up the Brown Girl Squad, right? Zodia tells the host that what we not gonna do is, first of all, how you finna sit up here and tell the host what we not gonna do? Now, if that was nephew Tommy sitting up there, were you going to say to him what we're not going to do? Who's she talking to? Who you talking to? Talking about some damn what we're not going to do. No, we are going to do it, man. We're going to do it because this is what was shown on television, okay? That's what we're going to do. And these ladies on this couch are not the only ones that perceive the situation as we're trying to explain it, okay, ma'am? That's exactly what it was. So that's what we are. That's what we're doing. We're doing that now. Okay, we just want you to speak to it, okay? We're doing that now. You're not hosting, okay? Sit back. Okay, you're not hosting. I can't. So then Zodia, Zodia tells the host that what we're not going to do is say that we separated ourselves from the other ladies. No, that's exactly what y'all did. And if you wasn't trying to do it because she's also a part of the Brown Girl Squad, that's definitely what Camille was giving. Okay, now, number one, who you talking to? And number two, that's what y'all did. And then y'all decided to go and create a whack ass Instagram page for it too. Ooh, help them. Sabrina just called out Zodia for her antics and how she is and how she treats people and how she acts, right? Tanika asked whether or not Sabrina came Oh, she asked whether or not Sabrina can be a part of the Brown Girl Squad. Zodia deflects, right? She deflects and says, "You see how they cussing me out? You see how Sabrina cussing me out? I wouldn't want to be her friend. If my friend is gonna cuss me out, I wouldn't want to be her friend." And I'm just like, girl, it's the deflection for me, girl. You're a mess. You're a mess, girl. Let's put the deflection. Let's put the cussing out beyond, girl. Let's put that to the side. The question that we're asking you is, could Sabrina be a part of the Brown Girl Squad? It's a clear yes or no. Okay, let's take this away from what just happened now. Let's put it over here, and this is what we're asking you. So what's the answer with your deflection? Okay, so then what else? Then she tried to keep that smile on her face the whole time, but we know that you bothered as fuck. Okay, there's that. That's why you got up and walked off, because you got called out and you knew your ass was wrong and didn't want to say that they not letting me talk. BIT, you've been doing a whole lot of motherfucking talking this whole season. You've been yibbity yapping. You've been coming at Aisha. You always got something to say. You even left out the building, came back to snap on Dante, and then you want to sit your ass up here and then sit up here and say ain't nobody letting me talk. But you've been doing a whole lot of talking. So now you being called out for your shit and you ain't got no answer, and you sit up here and deflecting. Now you want to turn around and walk away and then sit up here and say, oh, ain't nobody letting me talk. Well, where was that mouth at throughout the season? So let's talk about it now. Why you not talking? Why you not talking now? Yeah, girl, deflection all day long. I wasn't feeling that Brown Girl Squad bullshit they was giving. I don't care what nobody say. I wasn't featuring it. It was whack. It was lame. None of that. There's that. So what else? Let's get to Frank and Newman. Okay. Not mean and nasty. You mean and nasty. So nasty, so rude. Okay. Let me see what else. Yeah, so Frank and Newman. Frank, you're fake. You're fake. You're fake. Your name is Fake Frank. Fake Frank. That's you. That's what you were giving. I was disappointed. Give me 1 second. Thank you so much, Phil, for the super chat. Joel and Bernicia did the same thing last season as Camille and Cornelius. Camille was not friendly to the others. If they claim to be happy, good luck. Correct. And there's that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Phil, for the super chat. Was Newman a part of the Brown Girl Squad? And that's the thing. They said that she was a part of the Brown Girl Squad, but it didn't seem like she was a part of the Brown Girl Squad because when it came down to voting off, she voted for both of their dudes. So it's like, is she really a part of the Brown Girl Squad? Because it don't seem like it. But it definitely said, I feel like they said she was a part of the Brown Girl Squad because they took a photo, but I think that Camille and Zodia definitely went on to take it more serious than just the photo. You see what I'm saying? So those are my thoughts on that. Let's see, Frank and Newman. Fake Frank. Newman tells the truth about their relationship. She says that it has gone absolutely nowhere since that day. After that day when he chose her, the next day gave nothing. Okay. Newman tells, she says that nothing happened after that day. Talked about that. So Frank says he is still. Frank says that he is still genuinely and passionately he's caring about Newman. You can't genuinely and passionately stop this. What is this voice that you're giving to the people? What is this that you're feeding us? Okay, stop your bullshit, sir. I can't even do the Frank voice, okay? I'm still passionate and, genuinely I care about this woman here. So, no, you don't. Stop, okay? Cut it out. I'm sick of it. Sick of it. You don't. It didn't go nowhere. You was out here playing games, and then you want to sit up here and use a damn excuse, talk about something. I've been hurt in my past. That's why, I still have some unresolved things that I need to get through, and I was, still going through stuff in my past. I don't want to hear none of that that you're talking, okay? I don't want to hear any of it, because everybody on this stage has been through some shit in their past, which is why they is here now, okay? So keep that bullshit in your pocket. All right. It just really, So then he says that the process took a toll on him. So this is why you don't need to be in a relationship, Frank. Fake Frank. Because you think that everything is about you and you lack the consideration of the feelings of other people. That's why you need to forever be single. Okay. Talking about it took a toll on him. Well, what the hell do you think it took on everybody else? Being in the process itself and then having the process filmed. And then got to be sitting up here being judged by critics like myself. Like, come on now. Like, baby, shut up. So then he says that he has been very guarded because of his past and has been hurt, and he has too and he too has hurt others. Then why would you? I'm so over Frank, baby. Why would you take this woman and on the beach choose to be with her and say all of the stuff that you say and how you looking forward to this, and then you turn around and say that I want to make sure. She said, you want to go to church with me? He said, yeah. She started laughing. He was like, you know, not only that, but I want to make sure that I'm the right man for you. I want to give you that. I want to this. I want to that. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this. What is that? What is that, sir? Only to sit up here and let her down the very next day. Baby, you're a clown. You're a fake ass clown at that. You're a bozo. I can't. Homie, don't play that, sir. I cannot. Let's keep going. Oh, he know he made me mad. And y'all, and the reason why it really makes me more upset with Frank, because I was really hoping that Frank indeed was like a good guy. I had been saying that throughout the season, like, oh, I really hope Frank is good. Like, da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? I like Frank. And then you do this. Okay, and then Newman said, so many of the ladies said that your ex was never ready to love, but I was sitting over here riding for you. I was still over here believing that you were better than that. And then this is the bullshit that you give me. And then you want to turn around and talk about how you the one that was over here being hurt. And some other people up here on this stage, including myself, ain't never been hurt. And Newman was very vocal about her past situations. And then you want to get your ass up here, sir? I cannot. It didn't make it seem like it's all about you. You sat up here, in my opinion, and this is Jamie. So you sat up here, in my opinion, and wasted your time. Especially because men love saying they don't want to waste nobody's time, child. Baby, bye. You wasted your time, you wasted her time, and you took the seat of somebody else that probably would have benefited from this process more. And that's effed up. And you owe Ready to Love, you owe the production company, and you owe all a damn refund. Okay, you need to go ahead, whatever checks they sent you, you need to get them back. Okay, Will Packer, go over there and collect your checks, honey, because he definitely wasted everybody's time. Okay, because you definitely played us all the way down to the end. All the way down to the end. And then you wait till the show go off to show us your real colors. Get this refund. Somebody send him an invoice so he can send this money back that he done made from this show. Because he don't need it. Okay? Sitting up here wasting people time like that. Got this girl food. Oh, boy. Oh, girl, let me keep going because he done made me mad. What else? Then Frank had the audacity to sit up here and say, oh, I just feel like, we was moving too fast. Baby, we was moving as fast as you allowed it to go. What do you mean we were moving too fast? First of all, the process was quick your damn self. Like, I'm confused. What? We moving too fast? Who said that? And I love how she said we moving too fast, but when we was just sitting over here, like, you're the person that always initiates the physical contact. Yeah, that's because he got a high sex drive and all that other stuff too. See, Frank didn't think that he was going to be able to commit to nobody for real, because he enjoyed humping and bumping. That's what that really is, honey. Girl, he probably thought he was going to get him a little something on Miss Newman. And when he realized that right there wasn't really going to go down, he probably showed his real colors. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't care. I don't like it. Let me see what time my other, excuse me, y'all. My other review is scheduled for. What time I got it scheduled for? Oh, okay, 1:35. Okay, so we good. I was going to say, girl, I had changed the time so much because I was still watching Ladies Who List, girl, and I had a whole lot to say. You hear me? So I had to get all my notes and stuff together. So that's why, I was like, girl, what time is that? I didn't know what time I changed. But anyway, so yeah, Frank really, really disappointed me. What else? He kept trying to hush her a little bit to me when he was like, I know. No, shut up because you don't know. And let somebody talk. And I loved that she said, okay, be quiet and let me talk. You did a whole lot of talking. That's the problem. Okay, you talk too much. So there's that. What else? So he is a terrible communicator, as we can see. And I don't think that he'll be a great man to be in a relationship anyway. Newman checks him, and I loved it. And she tells him that he isn't the only person that's been hurt. And then here goes Zodia, trying to give some advice about being in a good friendship first, being friends first. Girl, shut up, because you can't tell us nothing the way that you went off on Dante. Girl, you can't tell us nothing. Okay? So shut up. You nor Camille. Be quiet. All right. So after they play back the footage of Zodia and Aisha, because that's where we're moving to, right? We're moving to Zodia and Aisha. Naeem speaks up to support his girl Zodia and brings up the fact that everyone chose Zodia in the beginning, but every man in here chose Zodia as their top. And that's where he thinks the ladies have their issues, because he's listening wholeheartedly to what Zodia is saying, I feel, and believing that these ladies are indeed really jealous. And I had this conversation last night when I talked about growing up in hip hop. Sometimes y'all got to remove the jealousy. Okay. Either it's something about the other person where they got some things going on within them and they spewing it at somebody else, or it could indeed be that this person is a bad person. It's not always that somebody is jealous. Okay. They have some ugly ways, and that's just what that is. Okay. Right. So this energy he was trying to give, trying to make it seem like these ladies was out here being jealous of her. I'm like, baby, all the ladies' reaction was like, this nigga. I was giving them the same reaction, like, sir, calm down. You too are somebody else that really didn't make a lot of connections in the house. I feel like Zodia was damn near your only connection, to be honest. So you can be quiet. You can hush. All right. So Naeem speaks on his girl, you know, and then here goes Zodia still sitting up there with this ugly smile on her face. Right. What else? But again, yes, that's another thing. I don't know if I said it, but I'm thinking, like, how is the ladies supposed to know who is like, how are they supposed to know this? How are these ladies supposed to know what the hell y'all made a decision on when y'all was in the room? And then y'all want to try and minimize it to the fact that, or he's trying to minimize it to these women being jealous of her. Nobody gives a fuck. And that's why I love when Aisha said, yeah, but I took your connection. I said, come on, Aisha, I'm jealous, but I took your connection. Girl, I don't have time. Guys, and then there was one. Anyway, so what else we got? Loved when Sydney spoke up. Sydney said, can one of y'all men check him? He needs a peach. Like, check this man. Yes, check him. And I feel like if nephew Tommy was there, he probably would have got checked. That's just what I think. But let's keep going. So yes, he was like, then he gonna say, excuse me? I said, yeah, excuse you. Because you're being rude. Yeah, excuse you. You could be quiet. Excuse you. You could exit stage left. Yes, excuse you. Excuse me? Yeah, excuse you. Please. Please. Aisha brings up Camille saying that she would F her up. I did not say that. That's not what I said. Here go Cornelius. She didn't say that. That's not what she said. You was at the table too, Cornelius. This is another great example of you just being a blind follower and just going along. She did not say that. She didn't say that. That's exactly what she said. And this dumbass, she gonna sit up here and talk about stuff. It was the camera. It was the audio. It was the voiceover. It wasn't me. I'm like, why are you acting like Aisha wasn't sitting right here listening to you? Like, this woman didn't, like, we could take the cameras away. At the end of the day, Aisha heard those words come out of your mouth. And that's what you said. And then when they played the back, she gonna talk, so I said, ha, ha, ha. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Ma'am, we saw your lips moving. Did you not watch the playback, or did you not want to see the playback? Like, which one is it? And let me tell you what was funny. When Cornelius saw the playback, that nigga sat there for the rest of the day, Jim. Yeah, because you look dumb. And you also saw that she said that, right? You did. That's why you can't do that but just sit there, just hold. Yeah, hold her. Hold her, baby. Hold her, because the truth didn't hit her on her damn face. So hold her tight. Yes, thank you. Okay. So then, what else? She still wanted to act like it was a voiceover. Then she went from it was a voiceover to saying, I don't remember saying. No, she went from it was a voiceover to and then she sat up there and said, I don't recall saying that. Bro, I'm so glad they're gonna go away from me with this. I am so glad they're gonna go away from me with this. Bring in a new season. We don't need part 2. Just bring in a new season, Tommy. We'll bring in the new. We don't need part 2. We do not need part 2. What else we got? Tecia. This when she walked off the stage. It was funny though. She walked down the stage and said, "This is so ghetto." And then start talking about her mom being in the hospital. And I already told you guys at the top of the video what my thoughts were about the situation of her mom being in the hospital, right? And her still choosing to do the show, but saying that she was contractually obligated or whatever, okay? But there are some things that just superseded, okay? I feel like if they made room for others to not show up, hell, Tommy wasn't even there because he got the virus. So I feel like with your mom being in the hospital and she having it, I'm sure you could have been exposed even if your tests were showing negative or you even got vaccination, okay? So Miss Girl, you dear heart, you could have not shown up. All right, so there's that. She goes to the back, she's upset, she's crying. Some of the ladies go back there to check on her and all of that. And you know, it was what it was. That was pretty much the episode. I'm gonna get into you guys' comments briefly. Thank you so much, Pamela, for the super chat. Simp Naeem will do anything to sex Zodia with her immature, nasty, and disrespectful attitude. And Cornelius are not interested in women and willing to be toxic, mentally unbalanced Camille's little man child. Man, as long as Camille will be his beard. And there's that. I'm definitely with you on him willing to be toxic, mentally imbalanced, mentally unbalanced. Like just being connected to that it's sad. It's really sad to me. Like I don't understand that. And Naeem, oh, he's so whack. He's so whack. He's so whack. I feel like, okay, it's one thing to want to support and have your quote unquote girls back, but to just call other women jealous of her when they didn't even know anything about a decision that was made, like, shut up, clown. But then Ticia is going to light up when they start talking about her drama. So what is the real problem, ma'am? Ooh, very true, because she's trying to figure out when it comes to Corey if she was a part of like a 3-party situation, right? That's crazy. It would have been better for Camille to admit she said it, then apologize for it. She would have redeemed herself a little bit. Yes, a little bit. Frank isn't attractive at all. And is it me or does Naeem look dirty? Oh, dang, I ain't go that far now. Now, even with even with the suit on, he looks like he didn't get a bath, girl. Whew. Before he got dressed, like feet might stink. Oh my goodness. Okay, the host did not control the show. The storylines were all over the place. I feel like the editing too was all over the place. I heard somebody say Shiloh was scary. That could be it. Ticia was pissed. She had no storyline. Well, none that anyone cared about, right? I feel like her storyline more so took place outside of the show. Like once the show kind of like when her journey ended, we want to know more details about what happened behind the scenes, right? No, ma'am. What's ghetto is that lavender tablecloth you're wearing. Oh my God. No. Who had on lavender? Shiloh has left it to prove no one wants hands put on them when they don't want it, period. And I understand that, Mimi, but at the end of the day, this is still a process, and she could have still showed up for the show to discuss her other stuff outside of just that. But also, I feel like that's the main reason why she did not want to discuss it. And nobody's asking her to prove anything. We're asking her to have a conversation about it, okay? Since she was so bothered about it, okay? We have the reunion for you to come and speak to and address. I just don't see anything wrong with that, period. What else? Camille knew damn well she said what she said, talking about a voiceover. Camille is constantly showing how crazy she really is, right? It'd be the denying for me. It's the denying of the actions that you did, and then now you be trying to turn around and deny the fact that you're crazy when that's what we see. I don't have time. I don't have time. Why is she denying it, though? I don't understand why I lied. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you did it, you did it. Okay? You should have did like Nene. I said what I said. Okay, Zodia has attitude problem, but Aisha is very passive aggressive as well. You think so? I don't feel like she's passive aggressive. I feel like she be direct with them when it comes to her door. All these men were straight clowns this season. The one guy that came in with Sydney was the only genuine one. Okay. The issue with Zodia and Aisha started when Aisha was Dante's number 1 and Aisha was number 2. Remember when Aisha inserted herself into Zodia's conversation about men shrinking? Yeah, I remember that. I think she wasn't just talking about men shrinking. I think she was talking about everybody shrinking and narrowing it down to one person, which is what I actually didn't mind and wanted to see because of how the other shows have gone. Like usually it may be like, it don't be that many people that's still undeciding. Like we be having some firm folks getting closer to the end. And maybe it could have been just how they was editing it. So I saw nothing wrong with what Aisha brought up about the shrinking. Naeem needs to stay out of women's business. That's the thing. And none of the guys even checked him. Like, nobody said nothing. And you even saw Corey dumbass in the background, like, yeah, well, he right. Like, what the hell him being right about that have to do with all these other ladies if they was never in the room? Girl. Foolery. Wholeheartedly. When I tell you I threw my shoe and ran around the room because of Sydney's moment, my God. I thought Naeem was smart. Does he know how ridiculous he sounded? I don't know. He probably know now. It's so annoying when women like Zodia do that. Just because someone doesn't like you or has criticism to offer, don't make them a hater. Like, exactly. It don't make them a hater. Yikes. Zodia was chosen in the first week. The win would have been if she sustained the court in at least the week 7. Say what? Zodia was chosen in the first week. The win would have been if she sustained the count in week 7. I think I understand what you're saying. Cheeky, just a little bit. So basically, whatever happened in the first week doesn't matter by the 7th week because she didn't sustain that number. Over time, people fell off. So why does anybody care what happened? And that makes it even more stupid. Why does anybody care about what happened in the first week when people started to focus in on the 1, 2, or 3 people and it did not include Zodia that they were interested in? So what the hell they got to do with where we are now? Like, he's just full of it. I can't. Not are you Naeem or Natasha? I can't. He was definitely on some BIT-ness for sure. Frank's ex did say he was a bad communicator. I believe it. Yes, I loved how Newman muted him with the hand motion. Yes, and how he shut up so quick. You better shut up. He doesn't prefer dark-skinned women, I feel, or black women for that matter. Oh, dang. It's about Frank because his ex was white. I don't know. I do think Frank like all women. I think he just likes to, be free with his, not be obligated, not be expected to, stay committed to one person. I think Frank has some commitment issues. And he just wants to roam about free. He wasn't ready to really break away from that life. But I feel like he saw an opportunity to experience a show. And so he went for it. And I hate that because he knew he wasn't really in that same place. Not somebody, y'all messy CF talking about something gay. Men love to use I've been hurt to be emotionally unavailable, but yet still be affectionate to keep the woman on the hook long enough to hopefully smash, period. And that's how people get and stay in situationships, for sure. For sure, child. A mess. Unpopular opinion. Let's discuss Newman being warned, but still apparently doing what it takes to make it to the end. That's a good observation, Rhea, because when things weren't working out with Walter, she decided to go over to Walter and focus in and zone in on him. I feel like that's a good observation. I didn't even think about it like that, but I still put fault on him for going along and making her think she still had a chance only to choose her and then not go anywhere from that afterwards. And it wasn't like it was her. Like, yeah, she may have wanted to make it to the end, but it wasn't like she wasn't still interested. He the one that didn't take it further. So I feel like just as much as it may be on her to make it to the end, it was a whole lot on him to make it to the end. I have more of an issue with Newman than Frank because she was ready to love whoever wanted her. Yikes. Everyone that gave her attention, she was interested in. That's true, because I didn't understand the connection between her and Corey. I was like, girl, how? Because he changed your tire? What is that giving? Only to see that didn't work. I thought that she and Walter did have a really good connection at first, until he started to try and play her to the left to me like she was a side chick or something. I didn't like that energy. But then it resurfaces when she goes to Frank and tries to reignite whatever she and Frank got in hopes of, staying on the show. Thank you again, Pamela, for the super chat. Frank will screw all women, but he wants to be married to a woman outside of his race. Ooh. Well, there's that. Okay. And with that being said, honey, I'm about to go ahead and, well, I guess I'll read some more of y'all comments. I'm gonna read some more and chit chat with y'all a little more, because my review is coming up. What y'all want to do? Y'all want me to hang in a little bit longer, or y'all want me to go in and get started on this ladies who list? Okay, let me know in the comments, because I can move that review up and we can go ahead and get started. Let me see what y'all saying. Y'all want to talk more on Ready to Love, or y'all want to do some ladies who list? Hop in the comments. Let me know, because we can switch this thing over. Let me go over here real quick, see what y'all saying. Okay, y'all talking about something, hang out a little longer. Yes, it's over 400 people in the chat, almost 500. Please be sure to hit the like button. I can't tell. It's looking a little mixed, honey. It's looking a little mixed. It's looking a little mixed over here, honey. I'm seeing some people saying, hang out a little longer, child. I'm seeing the people saying, oh my God. Child, I should have put a poll in. I can't determine this. Okay, I'm gonna give it a few minutes. Okay, let's hang out a few minutes, just a few more. I'm gonna read a few more comments and then we're gonna switch over. But the review will be getting started sooner than 1:35. Okay, so I'll probably hang out a few more minutes and then we're gonna just start it at like 1:30 versus 1:35. Okay. All right, cool. So we got that set for those guys. And hopefully you all follow me over and we talk about ladies who list, because it was a good episode and we're going to get into some things. Okay. So I think Walter would have gravitated more towards Newman if she didn't allow Camille and Cornelius to convince her to interrupt Walter and Sabrina time at the piano. That's a good observation. I'm in the middle on it. You could have a point, but then some part of me feels like he already made his decision. Right? When he rode down there with the woman that he rode down there with, which happens to be Sabrina. Okay. He rode down there with Sabrina. And I feel like the decision was Haki made. And when she did go to interrupt or whatever, it was like he was treating her like the side chick instead of treating her like, hey, I got two options, so I'm gonna entertain both of y'all. And even if he would have sung the song that he had with Sabrina, because I think that's another thing, he didn't want to sing. I'm sorry, the song he had with Newman, he didn't want to sing that in front of Sabrina because of whatever he had already been telling her, right? So I feel like he should have, because she can't get mad, because it's like, I'm still in this process trying to figure things out. So, you know, he didn't know how to manage. Walter is not a good cheater. He cheats, I believe, as he already confirmed to. But I don't think he knows how to juggle and manage his ladies. Newman had several connections. She just tested them all like the game requires them to do. Okay. Sabrina really said Walter straight. You don't call me anyway. Yikes. And she did. She did. But it was still given that she really liked him. And I don't know, it was a little weird then, because all this energy and you don't feel like you competition and you want to get slick with his best friend or whatever like that, feeling like you don't got to offer up any information about yourself or whatever, only to find out this nigga don't even call you like that. Yikes. Yikes. You came off as though you was a bit threatened by the best friend or whatever. Y'all remember that sit down with Walter's best friend and the things that Sabrina had to say, like she was that girl? Whole time this man ain't even hitting you up like that. Ooh, help me. They put Newman up to going over and interrupting. We're going to ignore Sabrina ready to take off her shoes. Oh yeah, she did say that. She said after Zodia started talking or whatever she was saying, she was like, so do I take my shoes off now? Or I'm like, girl, it ain't even nothing to fight about. Like, it ain't when they're proven to show their ignorance and look stupid on TV, let them do them. It ain't even in the fight about. You ain't even got to take your shoes off. Sit cute. I don't see how you can be considered cheating in the Ready to Love process. They are supposed to date others on the show. Sabrina brought the aggressive energy for that aggressive Mean Girls. Aisha brought the topic. Aisha definitely brought that topic, honey. Let me see. On another YouTuber's channel, Sabrina said Walter told her that he likes women under 30 and she did not want to compete. This was prior to the final rose. But it seems like she was unbothered, you know, by Newman, and you know what I'm saying? So maybe I thought she probably was okay with competing, but I can't fault her for not wanting to compete, because even his family kind of felt like she wasn't his typical stilo. He do like younger women. And maybe the person that commented and said that had Newman not come over to check Walter or whatever, she probably would have had a better chance or whatever to be with him, because she is more his type. I mean, now they can talk to each other now. If they really had something, now is the time that they really can like get to know each other and interact with each other and stuff. Since they both got let down. Zodia basically says Sabrina is obsessed with her. It's still in Zodia's story. She shared an old text message. Well, what was the text message saying that Zodia shared in her story? I don't think that woman obsessed with her. If you didn't know the background information before the reunion, you would think that Zodia was the classy one on the show and Sabrina was the ratchet one on the show. Walter is giving predator vibes, not predator. Under 30. He's the same age as Sabrina. Oh, that didn't even click to me. Yes, under 30. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm thinking around the age range of like 30, right? 30 to 35 or something like that. But like under 30, like, yeah, no, sir, you need to calm down. I don't like stuff like that. Walt said Sabrina was the producer's match. Newman and Cornelius was a match. Zodia and Naeem was the match. Okay. Well, all right, y'all. It's 7:30. I'm about to go ahead and end this live, and we're about to go ahead and get this thing started and popping on over here with Ladies Who List. Okay, so let's go ahead and like the video on your way out and follow me over to the other video going live now. Bye.